You got paid this week. The number looked great. Then you watched it all leave immediately. Rent, subscriptions, and minimum payments took a massive chunk. You were left wondering where it went. Americans lose an average of $948 every single year simply from not understanding how money works. It is not about bad luck or laziness. It is a system nobody bothered to explain. Today, we are fixing that completely. We will answer the biggest financial questions without textbook jargon. Meet Pete. He works hard but feels confused about his finances. Let us follow his journey. First, what is inflation? You notice groceries cost way more than they did 2 years ago. You are not imagining things. Inflation simply means your money loses purchasing power over passing time. The Federal Reserve targets a slow rise, but recently inflation sprinted to a 40-year high. When inflation finally cools down, prices do not drop, they just stop rising quite as fast. That coffee still costs $4. Nobody is sending Pete a refund for the price difference. Next is your credit score. Pete applied for a nice apartment but got rejected outright today. This 3-digit number tells lenders how reliably you pay back the money that you owe. The algorithm ignores context. It only cares about payment history, credit utilization, and your credit mix. A bad score costs you thousands in extra interest on mortgages. The system charges you more. Checking your own credit score never hurts it. Ignorance here is not bliss, it's expensive. How do taxes actually work? Pete got a raise and panicked about jumping into higher brackets. The United States uses a progressive tax system. Your income gets taxed in different separate layers. You only pay the higher percentage on the thin slice of income within that specific bracket. A higher bracket never means you take home less money. Pete happily accepted his new raise. Why do stock markets swing? Prices move based on what people expect a company becomes worth. Millions of collective feelings move the market. Trying to perfectly time these movements usually destroys returns. When you buy stock, you buy actual ownership in a real company and its future profits. Over long periods, the market historically trends upward. It is definitely not a casino gambling game. The wealthiest people hold most stocks because they started investing much earlier than everyone else did. What is compound interest? Over a long enough time period, it genuinely starts looking like magic. It means you earn returns on your returns. The base keeps growing and the growth accelerates. Starting at age 25 instead of 35 creates a massive difference in final wealth. Compound interest builds fortunes quietly. However, it can also dismantle them quietly through credit card debt. Average credit card interest rates sit near 24%, trapping you in long payment cycles. What is a 401k plan? It's a retirement account offering tax advantages and free money. The most powerful feature is the employer match. It is literal free money for your future. Pete enrolled immediately to claim the match. You should never leave free money on the table. Why can you not just save money? Regular savings accounts pay practically nothing in annual interest. With inflation running higher than savings rates, your parked money silently loses its actual purchasing power. Keep your emergency fund in a high-yield savings account, but invest the rest for growth. Saving cash long-term is like standing still during a race. You will definitely lose eventually. What separates good debt from bad debt? Good debt grows in value or increases earning capacity. Mortgages and smart business loans are good tools. They help build your long-term wealth effectively. Bad debt borrows money for things that lose value quickly, generating absolutely no financial return whatsoever. High-interest credit cards and expensive auto loans steal from your future self to fund today. Millions of millionaires built wealth using good debt. The outcomes between the two are incredibly different. What is your net worth? Your income is what comes in, net worth is what stays. Add up everything you own, then subtract everything you owe. That final number tells the truth. A high salary means absolutely nothing if high-interest debt secretly consumes all your monthly cash. Pete finally calculated his net worth. Knowing the real number is better than staying afraid forever. Why are housing prices so high? The numbers are broken because the market lacks available inventory. Zoning laws make building new homes slow. Current owners refuse to sell and lose low rates. It is a problem of genuine scarcity. The market will not crash like it did previously. How do banks make money? They take your deposits and lend them out at higher rates. You earn pennies in interest, while the bank collects massive profits from lending your exact money. They also collect billions in overdraft fees from people who currently have the least amount available. What is a hedge fund? It is a private pool where wealthy investors pay massive fees. Managers use complex strategies but often fail to beat a simple, boring stock market index fund. You do not need exclusive access to build wealth. The basic numbers settled that debate entirely. What happens if a bank collapses? For most normal people, absolutely nothing bad will happen directly. The government insures deposits up to $250,000, protecting your money from total ruin. Bank failures remain incredibly rare. Unless you have millions in one spot, your cash stays safe. What is a recession? It is just an economic winter. It is uncomfortable, but always temporary. The market almost always recovers before the recession is even officially declared by the national news. Selling your investments during maximum panic is statistically the most expensive mistake you can possibly make. Keep building your emergency fund, avoid bad debt, and continue investing consistently through the dark times. On the other side of every single recession, the stock market ultimately ended up climbing higher. Pete is simply doing the basic things that nobody ever took the time to explain properly. The financial system seems confusing because complexity creates dependency, and that dependency creates profitable lifetime customers. The more intimidating money feels, the more expensive products they can easily sell to confused people. Confusion is the actual business model. They want you relying on them for every financial move. Losing nearly $1,000 a year over your whole adult life is life-changing money. You do not need a fancy wealth manager or trust fund to succeed in this system. You just need to understand these fundamental basics clearly. Take action today and change your future. If Pete's journey helped you understand your money better today, please hit that like button now. Subscribe to the channel and turn on the notification bell so you never miss future videos. Taking control of your financial future starts with small steps. Thank you so much for watching.